One of the best reviews I've had for the book said that this is a book for everybody with a past and a future. So I like that one.
Canadian author Dr. Gabor Mate is in Calgary to speak about his newly released book, The Myth of Normal. Ahead of his sold-out show, I chat with him one-on-one about the theme of his book, that the way we live our lives and what we think is normal is anything but. The book discusses how the modern world has led us to higher rates of disease, trauma, and mental illness. Over 500 pages question the status quo. Published in 29 languages, his book is also a #1 bestseller in Canada, and it's on the New York Times bestsellers list.
Which only tells me that the topic of the crisis of health and stress and trauma in the society is really hitting a lot of people.
In his book, Dr. Gabor offers evidence about how the mind and body are always working in tandem.
We've known for decades, in fact, for a long time, that the mind and body can't be separated, but medical students are still not trained onto how to understand the unity of emotions and physiology.
Co-writing with his son Daniel was interesting for him, as he and his son's own generational trauma was discussed in the book.
We had our stuff that came up and we had to work it through, so it was a deep bonding experience for us to write this book, and frankly I couldn't have done it without him.
A BC resident, Dr. Gabor has spent many years in Vancouver's downtown east side, working in addictions. He says Alberta, among other provinces, is ignoring a key piece in policy.
I don't think the issue of addiction is handled really well anywhere in this country because, #1, we refuse to look at the science that links trauma to addiction. Who is the most affected population when it comes to addictions in this country? It's our Indigenous population. Why? Because they're the most traumatized.
Alberta, however, is soon to regulate psychedelic therapies.
They've been used by human beings for a long time for healing purposes. That's a great step forward.
His show Monday night at the Central Library sold out within a day, a sign many are interested in learning how to recognize the abnormalities we have normalized. In Calgary, Taylor Braat, City News.